Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Sima. I am 36 years old woman living in between Paris and Almaty. Currently in Paris and going through my maternity stage. I am uh, 8 something months pregnant. I used to work in fashion for more than a decade, and now I work in wellness. I have my own cafe in Almaty called Chouchou. There's obviously some French vibes, and this vlog is just me spending my maternity leave doing very simple things like having a chit chat with my friend over the phone. She lives in London, and we are going to have a video call. She's there, I'm here. We're going to have coffee in a coffee shop somewhere. I'm gonna go there now. Or already got ready. And for those who are more like into maternity things, you guys know that there is a lot of complications comes with the joy of being pregnant. And one of it is you know digestion as well. So somewhere I learned that you have to drink 3 glasses of almost like not really warm but closer to hot water in the morning to boost your digestion. As well as I'm drinking a lot of vitamins and supplements. For example, every morning I take this one. This is collagen 5000 Korean one. I really like it. We have it the same one in a cafe. Then there's like maternity vitamins. There is also vitamin D, folate acidic. Doesn't matter. Something that usually prescribed to women who's pregnant. Iron twice a day. A lot of things. But I start with this because I am trying to win over stretch marks, which I don't have them yet, just yet. But I heard a story when women were like, she got through all her pregnancy and she got stretch marks at the week 40, and I'm week 33. So collagen, a lot of protein, and there is also me applying oil all over. Almond, sweet almond oil, pure one. Trying to resist my genes because my mom had that. Anyway, so 3 glasses of water, and I'm going straight to the coffee shop. Here's the outfit, and from there I'm going straight to the market. Yeah, going straight to the market because it's my market day. It's Friday, and we have a movie night tonight with my siblings, which means I have to cook something. So planning to make once again fajitas that I already showed once in the other video. I'm gonna put it here, and it's just a hit. Kids love it. So on my way to the market, since I can carry a lot of things, I am obsessed with the apples that I found there. Crispy, sour, and sweet at the same time. And I'm gonna get some chicken for tonight's fajitas. I'm gonna go back to work. At home, yeah, well, it kind of sounds a bit boring, but you get used to this rhythm, that's for sure. So basically that's the market. This market is very small, but it's just enough to get all the things that I need for home. Also, since I can't really carry a lot of things at the same time, that makes it a bit challenging, but I mean, I work out, you know. What's upsetting is that I wanted to buy chicken and they have already like a full everything was showcased and ready to sell, and she was je peux aller? Merci. Okay, the policeman said that I can pass. He blocked the street for me. That's so cute. Anyway, so they already ready to sell things, and they were having like a, I don't know, chit chat or something. And I said I need the chicken, and she said, "Oh, we're not open yet." So there is a machine to sell, and there is everything there ready. And she said no. I don't know. This fascinates me till today, since the day I first came here. But maybe it's just like, yeah, I have to pay respect to the fact that there is rules, and they will start working at 12 and not earlier. And you know, sometimes I even trying to be this very super pregnant, so people would be a bit more nicer. Didn't work, but with the policeman worked perfectly. So let me show you what I've got in the market. Okay, so I mean, it's been difficult to bring it all here because I think approaching to 9 months is a bit different story, and I didn't realize that. Anyway, I get the chicken from another place, so that's fine. This bag is very heavy, but I tried to take everything that we would need like today, tomorrow. Okay, so the ananas for the kids. And I ask for the one that already cut it, because I mean, obviously it's just easier. No. Okay, I think it's not the ananas juice. Anyway, these grapes are amazing. Let me show you the grapes. So sweet. And grapes plus the crispy apples has been my maternity craving so far since I got back from Almaty to Paris. Always get this one because my younger sister, she makes the Chinese style cucumbers. Some onions for tonight. Radish, always. It's a good way to start any meal because there is a lot of fiber. Plus, it's also the how to say, it's good like a veggie starter. And lots of the apples that I love. These are my favorite. Last time I took 1 kilo and we ate it in one day, and I was like, okay, next time I'm gonna bring 3 kilos, which I did, and it was heavy. Still trying to catch my breath. So that's it. Basically, like maybe the apples, maybe for 1, 2, 3 days. The rest is just for tonight. But I love going to the market. When I go there with my siblings or with my husband, obviously it's easier because they carry everything and I just pick stuff. Carrying by myself, I feel I actually feel the weight, you know, like it's harder for me. It's getting harder. But I mean, I work out 3 times per week still at the gym, which I'm so proud about. Going to make myself breakfast, very late breakfast because it's already almost 12. Yeah, so let's go. So I'm gonna make myself scrambled eggs with some emmental. I really love the cheese and it goes well with the eggs. And this is my staple in the morning. Because why? Because baby and we need extra protein because this baby is just eating all of the protein that I'm consuming. So I'm trying to be faster than the baby and eat more. And there is a thing that, like, even though if you don't eat enough, he will take everything from you. So don't really worry. That it just means that once the pregnancy is over, like once you will give birth, you will start, let's say you're not gonna. So if you're not going to be careful with your diet and supplements, you might end up losing hair, having troubles with your teeth, losing energy. We don't need that. We want to be healthy, so we can take care of the baby and of ourselves. So I'm trying to be very careful with my diet. It's the same way I used to eat before. So if you guys interested in any wellness stuff, there's like a lot of things I shared here already. For example, like my wellness journey, how I started, how I lost 25 kilos. The video is here, and I've been following this type of like routine for the last 5 years, which basically prepared me for my pregnancy. And I think that was the best way what I could do for myself and for the baby. So take care of yourself first and then the baby. Remember that. Because if we want to have the healthy baby, needs a healthy mama, right? And the whole family too. And myself. So what I do, so enough of protein, as much as I can. 100 grams minimum per day. And even me, being very conscious about it, sometimes I don't reach that number. So I don't eat anything like white sugary or like any pastries, or even, let's say, I don't know, I'm trying even to cut, I wanted to say dairy, but there's cheese. But yeah, so protein is very important. Then there comes fiber, also very important for the baby, for you. But I would say protein is the way we build, so be careful with that, because the baby will eat it all and will not think about you, not even blink, because this is how we built from the beginning. We don't think about other people, and we should remain the same. This part of the day is a bit hectic because we have 4 hours difference between Almaty, where my business is located. So it's actually quite late for them. But what I do in the morning when the kids are out, I didn't record it like the beginning of the morning. When the kids are out around 8, I wake up with them at like 7, make them breakfast, and they go to school. One of them go to the school, and the other one, she goes to the university. And I have spare moment when I can spend time with the laptop and like catching up with the things that's happening, because there if for me it's 8, for them it's already midday. So I have to be present anyway. Also, like, my team just finished Kaizen training. That was yesterday, and like they had it for 3 days, and I wanted to see the result, not the result, I wanted to listen their feedback, so I was very excited today. Like, and now it's a bit calmer part. I need to finish the spreadsheets, give them the feedback on the things that we did during the week, and then we have a huge New Year photo shoot coming on Sunday, and I just want to be sure that everything is ready for Sunday. I think I told you that I was obsessed, like I become obsessed with grapes and crispy apples. Like crispy apples was always on my agenda forever, but the ones that are here, it's just I can't stop eating them. The grapes are so great, and this is mine. They're also seedless, and this is my like separate meal. But I do eat some cheese before the grapes because it's pretty sweet, and it will make your sugar levels go up. So it's kind of tricky, especially during pregnancy or if you have like diabetes or something. So you really need to take care of that and be careful with grapes. And in my case, last week that was not last week, 2 weeks ago, I went through this gestational diabetes test, which is basically when they take your blood on empty stomach. Then you have to wait another hour. No. Then you drink a horrible syrup. I will put some videos here. And I think I actually posted something on YouTube about that. So anyway, you drink that pretty like tasted like poison. Very sweet. I would prefer to eat like 10 buns instead of that because I think it was the same. It was quite equal. Then they will take your blood again 1 hour later to see how it's reacted. And then 1 more hour later. And only after that you're allowed to eat or drink. My God, the amount of dizziness, the amount of like my head was, I felt like I'm gonna or like I felt like I'm gonna vomit all over. So they gave me another room, like separate room, so if there's something I can lay down and I'm like I feel a bit better. But since both of my parents they had the diabetes type 2, I was kind of sure that I will have like gestational diabetes, which means like forever, arrivederci, all the fruits except few. And I was thinking that the grapes will be gone, but no, I passed the test. Like it's just was best news ever that week. And of course, I keep eating grapes, but always start with some cheese to lower spikes. Cheese, or for example, I don't know, some yogurt, something fatty. So I start with cheese. It was Parmesan, and then grapes and apples. And I have a pregnancy break for the moment. And I'm so excited. So instead of the drink, I don't drink coffee or matcha or whatever. I only drink chicory, which is, I don't know what is it. But I know there is no caffeine. And during the day, I always drink hot water with nothing. It just tastes to me so good that it's almost like somebody hugging you from the inside. So it's almost 5. I have to start making dinner, and I got delivery also from Carrefour. I don't like going to supermarkets. I find it very boring. Like the markets, like farmers market, are way more interacting to me. This is for fajita. Okay, weird. Just got another package because they split it in between two delivery guys. So let me show you. Fajita, 2 wraps for the fajitas. I guess the other one is here. Yeah. bananas for the kids because I didn't want it to bring it for the market. They all the same everywhere, and I mean, again, too heavy for me. So I'm trying to be more, organized in this in at this period. So these forgot to take eggs from the farmers market. So there is the eggs from the supermarket. I wanted to get the bio organic ones, but I didn't have it, so they just replaced it with this ones. My baby brother loves this chicken. It's like a slice of chicken for breakfast. Another because one is not enough. And frozen peas because I wanted to make something, but I don't remember what exactly. And kids love this cheese. I like it too. It's just some how to say, like a cream cheese as Philadelphia, but they think that this one is better than Philadelphia. And San Pellegrino because I love it. Yeah, let's start making dinner. Also, one thing that I wanted to share, that I used to buy like groceries through Amazon, and I don't know, lately it was such a bad experience. I place an order and they cancel it. I place again and they cancel it again because the time slots that I choose not convenient or something. So I dropped the idea and I was about to like order directly from Monoprix, but it takes just so long. And I ended up simply buying like subscription on Uber, and I order from there. So there is Monoprix, there's Carrefour, like all of these supermarkets. Go there and there's everything you need in 1 hour. Yeah, but the bad thing is that they won't be able to carry a lot of things. So even this small order, they split it for two delivery guys. So not sure. I didn't even try. Once I tried to place like a big order, and they just didn't deliver more than a half of it. Voila, maybe somebody had the same thing, or you guys just have another option, because in Almaty everything that comes about like grocery shopping, we have like at least two online supermarket that compete with each other. They have great prices, they check all the products, and they're very quick and convenient. I can order as many things as I want. The delivery will get it. Here it's a bit different. So once again, because I already said and shared that, my version of fajitas is very simple. 100% it's not the one that like classical one. Mine comes from the book of Jamie Oliver that I got years ago, maybe 15 years ago. So he said that his recipe was a bit more complicated in terms of like sauces and dips, but I'm just going to make my version is like way more simpler. And we are going to start by just like cutting onions. The recipe there was red onions, which I use, and I'm gonna do two versions because one kid loves bell pepper and the other one hates it. So trying to be adaptive, and we're gonna cut it just like that, like quite big pieces, and I will let it sit to marinate for a while. Chicken, bell pepper, red onions, and lots of sweet paprika. Oh my god, I took wrong paprika. Whatever. Because I needed the one that is smoked one. I took the one that is just sweet one. Anyway, you let it sit for 30 minutes and then you're ready to go basically. So the onion hurts. So cried it all over. I'm gonna cut the bell peppers. Oh, oh, I want to cry. They're also very quite big pieces, like these. I love red bell peppers just to eat the way it is with the hummus or I don't know, like sour cream. Well, I just often forget that I have it in the fridge or just don't buy it. There is another pepper inside. That happens. But to me, it happens first time. It happens. You know, these vlogs for me is also the way of like learning English on the way and working on my accent and just like working on pronunciation. And I think I should start doing the same about French. I do know a lot of words and I can speak, but 100% I won't be able to do any vlogs the way I do it in English. Time is coming and kids are coming as well. So I'm moving on to the chicken. So you take the chicken breast and these are huge. I mean, I prefer everything organic, but sometimes I just don't have the option to take it quickly, like today on the market. But it's okay, we're gonna survive that. Once I asked like a plastic bag at the market for the fish, so because I was afraid that it's gonna spoil my bag. And the man who was selling the fish, he told me, "Moi, madame, vous inquiétez pas parce que le plastique c'est déjà dans les poissons," which means plastic is already in the fish. Don't worry. He was so right. So I guess these days it's really hard to find something that won't contain any crappy stuff. So we cut it these big and that's it. I'm not sure if I told you that, but I cook basically daily something for dinner, but we have this little tradition that we started in Paris called movie night. So we pick the movie and I allow kids to watch it in front of the TV. And it's just the way for me to get like together all the family and hold on. So that was my husband on the phone, and before the call, what I was saying is that so we started this movie night thing when we landed to Paris all together, and it was quite experience, you know. Like first week was horrible. Was great for me because I love Paris. Was very bad for the kids because they been miss their friends and like they didn't feel themselves here, like they belong. And I was like, think both were crying, and to me it was a headache. I was like, oh my God, this was my dream to bring my family here, for them to study in France, and you know, like from one side you see your life as like achieving your dreams, and the other side is you see your family being so overwhelmed and unhappy. So I thought we just need some little things to implement to our life, and I came up with this Friday nights. So it's dinner, and we allowed kids watch in front of the TV, which they love because we never do that, and they pick the movie. That's pretty much it. And my friend Tanya, she came 2 weeks ago with her son. He's 6 years old, and I told him like tomorrow we're going to have a movie night, and he got so excited. He said, "What's that mean?" I said, "We're gonna pick a movie. We're gonna eat in front of the TV, and This happens just once a week." He couldn't stop talking about it. Movie night, movie night. What we should look, what we're gonna eat, what we should watch. Of course, he wanted to watch cartoons, but I tried to explain him that we have to find something that will everyone enjoy. Last week, for example, we've been watching Turning Red. It's like a Disney cartoon. This week, kids supposed to pick something, and we already watched the whole Pixar. And honestly, after the movie, we just talk and we discuss and like sharing a meal. It was a life changing, honestly. I mean, everything when it comes to the family, like sharing dinners, sharing mornings, breakfast is very important. But I think I'm at the stage of my life when I'm trying to build rituals and like small traditions in my family too. So I'm getting ready to this beautiful night, movie night. So while chicken is in the process, I'm gonna make some guacamole. And usually you're supposed to use sour cream. I use Greek yogurt because it's just lighter version, and kids don't really understand the difference. I mean, they know the difference, but it's okay with them. And you also supposed to make salsa, which I usually do, but I'm just too lazy to do it now. So no salsa for tonight. And I cooked some lentils with onions yesterday. It's going to replace the beans. The beans, like the kidney beans, is not obligatory and wasn't in the book. But for example, my husband loved it, and I always make it for him. But it's just another fry pan. I don't want to do that. We have lentils. It's still pretty good protein, like the one that is how to say that, the I want to say vegetable protein, but it's not. Anyway, vegetarian version of it, and also it's there, and they have to finish it, so it goes into the fajitas. I mean, it's not going to the chicken, it's going to be just separate as one of the piece you put inside of the of your tortilla. And also my sister, she's supposed to bring some cheddar cheese, and cheddar you're just supposed to shred it, and also that's part of the whole thing. So Greek yogurt done. How usually I make my avocado. No, the way I usually make my guacamole is usual like everybody else, but this one is a bit hard. Although it's been sitting in my fridge for like more than a week, I don't like when it happens. I didn't bought an extra today because I knew I have another one. It's very hard. I don't think it's gonna make it. We're gonna cut it anyway. But usually I would put some sour cream inside to make it more creamy. And I've seen once that like one, I think it was also Jamie Oliver TV show. He was visiting a Mexican family living in States, and they showed him their version of the guacamole, and they put some sour cream, and I just remember that, and I think it's amazing tip. So I always do that. And also I would put a bit of onions and depending on my moods, I would put some tomatoes, but lately I am not into raw onions at all. So it's going to be sour cream, then avocado obviously, plus a little bit of olive oil, lemon. That's obligatory, and what else? And that's it. Yeah, this one is very hard for me. Not gonna work well. But since I already opened it, we have to finish it. So it's a good fat. So we are approaching to the end. This is the one that with bell pepper. This has no bell pepper. And here I am just reheating the lentils. And my oven has this beautiful part where you can, how to say, like sort of toast a bread. I'm gonna put tortillas here so they will be warm. And here I am. We are waiting for my younger sister from the university. My brother is already here, but he's so hungry, he can't wait. We're gonna start eating now, and once she's arrived, we will start watching the movie. So Emir can't wait. That was not too much, huh? Put more. Okay, so you're gonna rub it, and that's it. So let's say it's our healthy version. So there is a movie night. We're watching Finding Nemo, and kids are threatening me if I'm gonna film them once again. They gonna send uh, I don't know how to call it. They're gonna make my video disappear. So I'm just silently gonna watch it. So that's basically the last part. I'm gonna get unready. And what else interesting in my bathroom is I'm currently testing Goop Beauty. I never bought it before. So I bought it recently and I kind of like it because it has this jelly exfoliating texture, and there is also a cream that I like, also like a jelly cream. And the most important part of my routine in the morning and at night is working on this. Yeah, working on this part. It's funny, interesting thing that it becomes bigger to like closer to the evening, and when I wake up it's much smaller. Anyway, so I use this oil, which is organic almond organic sweet almond oil. It is pretty great, and I tried a lot of different things that are specifically for women, uh, specifically from like to prevent strange marks, but I found this one is more, I don't know, I like the smell and I like how fast it absorbs into my skin. And I read a lot of studies on it and articles. And funny enough, I once was watching with my grandma, so that was like ages ago, like maybe 20 years ago. I was watching a soap uh, show, like TV soap opera with my granny called Per Amore. Yeah, I think it was that called this way. And it's a Brazilian movie, a TV show with a lot of love lines, And I remember there was a big crazy girl. She was obsessed with another guy and who didn't really love her, but they finally made it to, I don't know, they both got drunk and they had like a night together. And that one night stand led her to pregnancy with her twins. And I remember she was really with a big, big bum in one of the series, and she said, I'm using like almond oil to prevent stretch marks. Imagine how it's stuck into my brain since I was 14. So it's like more than 21 years. Like the thing that's stuck in my head for for more than 20 years. And it was just a phrase, little phrase, and it's funny how something very unimportant can get inside of you, and you can live with that forever. So anyhow, I'm following her advice and using almond oil, hoping, just really hoping that it will pass. Not pass, that I will avoid that. Anyway, that's it. I didn't show you the half of the routine, but usually for the night I do cleansing cream for the face. Not very much stuff, but most of the things I do in the morning. So let's go get to bed. So two last things that I usually do before bed is reading, and I'm currently reading the book called um, "Placenta mm, is my chakra, is forgotten chakra." And the more I dive into the story of being pregnant and like all the birth thing, and we're not even getting to the point of like raising a child or breastfeeding, but I read a lot lately about like birth plans and the way how I want to give a birth to this baby, and more time go through like more with every month I discover something new and something that I never thought I would consider. Like for example, I was 100% sure that I will go through epidural. Now I am 100% sure that I don't want to do that. Then I was like always thinking that a c-section, like planned c-section, is something normal, and now I understand that there's no, I mean, I won't be able to do this to myself, like to plan actually to actually plan a c-section. I'm not saying it's something bad, it's just something that I don't want to do. Of course, if it's won't require like if it won't be any medical reasons for that, which possible as well. um but this book is just put me to another level. This book was recommended to me by my doula, and the whole story is about this lotus birth, which is very common thing now in Bali, and in most of the, like in a lot of other countries too, but it's just getting there. So basically, is the type of the birth that we used to have when we had nothing before, like civilization and all those kind of things. Before we had Caesars, before we had medicine at all. Uh, and it's so interesting. And as honestly, I was reading uh, quite a lot in the beginning, and to be honest with you, I had so many nightmares right after that, because what this book says is that placenta is something that is part of the body of something that been grown into your body, inside of your body. It's like uh, a pal to your baby throughout all of this 9, 8, 10 months. And the way we separate them is kind of very hurtful and is very aggressive. And Lotta's birth is perfect. Like they encourage mamas to give placenta a bit more time to spend with the baby after the birth. And the best case scenario, for example, is leaving the placenta and it will fall out of the baby um, after about 5 7 days, which seems as extreme to me because I mean it's not and how you're supposed to take care of it too. Then the other option is like you keep it a bit longer than usual because usually I think in the hospital they will give you like maybe 20 30 minutes um, and until the cord will get white, but they recommend to spend at least 10, and then not to cut it, not to cut the cord, but to uh, kind of like mm, um, I don't know the word, the correct word, like to um, to smoke it, is it the right word? Like with a candle, and or if you going through like the hospital process, at least give it like more time than 30 minutes. I not sure which I'm gonna what else what I'm gonna do, but I kind of know that my hospital will be upset knowing that I'm going through some of this thoughts. They already been very um, I told them that I want natural birth as possible, and she said, wait, what do you mean natural, like what it is for you? So they might consider me crazy. Anyhow, it's interesting to know that is honestly it's like the placenta is a thing that's been growing with a baby, and it's something that you produced, and it's just amazing to understand that it's just permanent thing there that it will like detach from your body and live it, and it's been feeding your baby for from the very beginning. Anyway, so I'm gonna read a bit, like maybe 20 minutes of this, and then I always finish my day with meditation, like 10 15 minutes of meditation, just to wind down, like to finally meet the end of the day, to come down and have better sleep, because not only because of the pregnancy but just in general, it gives me this positive way of winding down. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get to my reading, and thank you guys for spending a day with me. I know it seemed pretty boring, but don't forget, I still kind of trying to work, and I am approaching to my 9 months of pregnancy, and I am partly on my maternity leave. So this was one day from maternity leave of a woman who's 36 living in Paris, and I hope you liked some part of this video. Share with me in the comments. Bye.